Let's continue with our discussion on the role of managers. We were looking at planning and decision making, trying to make sure that we find the best alternative when we make a decision. And we said again that decision, we're going to have problem solving every day. So we can do some brainstorming to discuss what solution may be possible out there. We can do what we call a PMI for each particular solution. Look at the plus, look at the minuses and the implication of the decision, and we evaluate that information. Okay. So, what makes a great CEO? What makes a great chief executive officer? So, decision making skills is one of the greatest skills that you can have as a top CEO. So, keeping global business issues in mind and be a citizen of the world, meaning that we do not live in this vacuum where it's just us. We have to focus on how our decisions impact the world globally. So, identify and manage risks before they grow, change strategies and models with the times, skillfully manage relationships with government as government involvement rises. So that's why a lot of corporations have what's called lobbyists. These are individuals who go to different political arenas, whether it's the White House, the state capitol, and they're going to lobby or politics for policies to be passed that are going to benefit their place of employment. Okay? So make small adjustments so you can focus on important tasks over minor problems. Now, there are different levels of management. There's top management, middle management, and supervisory management. So, top management would be your highest level of management, consisting of the president and other key executives who develop these strategic plans. So, you have your chief executive officer, your chief operating officer, your chief financial officer, and your chief information officer. With middle management, include general managers, those who manage a division, they manage a branch, they manage a plant. They're responsible for the tactical planning and controlling. So once top management has developed the strategic plan, middle management is their job to see that plan go through. As a supervisory management, you're directly responsible for supervising workers and evaluating their daily performance. So I'm curious, are you a manager? Do you have management skills? Do you have the desire to become a manager one day? Okay. So this is just the org chart for most corporations. It doesn't mean this is going to fit for every company, but again, you have your top level management, your middle level management, your supervisory management, and then you have your employees and those who are non-supervised, meaning that they do not manage any employees of that business. Okay? Here are some of America's most powerful female managers. Marilyn Houston from Lockheed Martin, Mary Barra from General Motors. So again, these are some of the top female managers in the country. Okay? Next up, tasks and skills at different levels of management. So we're saying what type of skills do you need to be a manager, and do they vary depending upon what level of management? Meaning, are you top management, or are you middle management, or a supervisor? So at all levels, you need to have technical skills, the ability to perform tasks in a specific discipline or department. So as you all know, technology evolves so quickly that to be a good manager, you need to have some technical skills. This is very important. Human relation skills. I'll say it again. Human relation skills. No matter what level of management, can you effectively communicate with people? Can you motivate in people? So human relation skills enable managers to work through and with people. So again, I can't say it enough, people. It's so important to be any type of management that you have great human relation skills. Conceptual skills, the ability to picture the organization as a whole and relationship among its various parts. So now we're saying, okay, how does my department or division fit into the big picture of the overall organization? How can I help to achieve that strategic goal? Okay, so this is pretty much showing the different level of skills that's needed at these various skills. So at top management, they're emphasizing conceptual skills. Middle management, they're pretty much going to be even. And the first line manager doing the actual work, they're emphasizing the technical skills. So do you agree with this assessment of the skills level needed at these different levels of management? Let me know your thoughts on that. Okay. So one of the fastest growing careers today is social media manager. Every corporation, even individuals, now have a social media presence. Therefore, it is very important to have someone as a company that can organize, set up, manage your social media. So I'm wondering, do you have the skills to be a social media manager? I mean, you're on there all the time, get paid for it, right? Okay. So thank you. Saying thank you has led to happier employees and greater profits for companies. So, who should a manager thank? I'm going to say everybody. You should thank everybody. A thank you goes a long way. Think about when you went to a fast food restaurant and you went through the drive through, for example. Did the person that handed you your food just say thank you? That small word of thank you goes a long way, and it can make people decide that they want to do business with your organization. So, to answer the question, management should thank everybody. All right. Now, it's important that you hire managers, staffing, that you get and keep the right people. So, the role of manager is hiring, motivating, and retain the best people, employees, to accomplish the company's objective. Okay? So, of course, staffing is critical in any business. It's important to make sure that you hire the right people. It's really critical in high tech areas. You want to make sure that your employees have the skill set to accomplish their goals. So many people are not willing to work at companies unless they're treated well with fair pay. So it just said, how do we retain people? Well, you retain employees by treating them fairly and also making sure that you are paying them favorable wages. Now, staffing can be tricky. So for those who are a manager or desire to become a manager, let me tell you about the 6 sins of staffing. Don't hire someone because you're in a rush. I know you got a back order. You need to get somebody in there. But when you rush and hire someone, your screening process is not vetted and you may end up hiring the wrong person. Don't get caught up in applications appearances. So, yes, I know I wear a suit pretty much every day, and that's nice, but you can't just make an assumption about someone strictly based upon their appearance. Don't try to save money by limiting your screening process. People, screening is very important. Do as much research on that employee before you decide to hire them. And let me give you a little information. Employers will check your social media presence, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Snapchat, your Twitter, etc. Sometimes that has an impact on whether or not they're going to actually hire you. Don't forget about feedback. reach out to their previous employers to get information about those employees. Don't get promotion just because it's time. Now, what we're saying is that, okay, they've been here a year, but how have they performed within that year? So we're saying, or they're saying, not to promote somebody just because they've been there for a certain period of time. Okay? Don't cheat your employees, meaning that if the employee is performing well and they deserve that promotion, give it to them. Don't try to keep it from them. So these are known as the 6 sins of staffing. As a leader, your job is to provide vision and values to your employees. A leader must communicate the vision and rally others around that vision. So make sure that the employees understand clearly what is the vision of the corporation. Establish corporate values. So I'm going to use myself as an example, although I'm a professor, but in my classes, when my class starts at 9 a.m., that door closes at 9 a.m. Why is that? I'm establishing a corporate value that it is important for you to be on time. So I'll have students begin a semester that's late, but once they understand that at 9 a.m. my classes start, now they're there 8:45, 8:50, and they're ready to learn at 9 a.m. Promote corporate ethics. As a leader, you must act in an ethical manner if you want your employees to do the same. Embrace change. Change is always taking place, right? When I think about education, where at first all we had was face-to-face classes, and now probably 75% of our coursework is offered in an online format. So you have to be able to adapt to change. Stress accountability and responsibility. You have to hold people accountable for their actions. However, you must first show that you're accountable for your own actions. Be transparent. The presentation accompanies facts and figures in a way that is clear and apparent to all the stakeholders. Don't try to hold information from the employees. If you're transparent about what's going on, that goes a long way with your employees. Okay? Ambition versus being a team player. Okay? Let's read this ethical decision and then give me feedback via email on how you would approach this. Imagine this. As a first line manager, you have uncovered new information that your department head hasn't yet seen. Your findings indicate that your manager's recent plans are sure to fail. If the plans do fail, the manager will probably be demoted or fired, and you're the most likely candidate to fill that vacancy. Here comes the ethical dilemma. Will you give your department head the report or keep it to yourself? What is the ethical thing to do? What might be the consequences of your decision? So I'm really curious to see what would be your response about this ethical dilemma, because again, if you don't share this information, it could mean for you a promotion. But would that be acting in an ethical manner? Give me your feedback on this. This will conclude part 2 of our chapter 7 video lecture. Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion. Bye-bye.